What's going on, guys? Cruzin Podcast. Welcome back. First things first, before we talk about House of Dragons, we just want to say thank you for tuning in.
And to a sponsor.
And to our sponsors, which are MeUndies and Amazon Prime. Just want to say, feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. And we're going to get into House of Dragons. It is going to be spoilers. So here we go. So House of Dragons, it's House of the Dragon, right? Not House of Dragons, House of the Dragon. Two dragons. Like in
doesn't matter.
What's the movie? Starsky and Hutch? Two dragons.
And it's going to involve both of you. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to get weird. Two dragons.
Will Ferrell?
I feel like everyone has said House of Dragons.
We'll say House of the Dragon. Because if not, people are going to eat us up in the comments.
It's actually the dipshit.
Actually, you guys are idiots.
Dumbasses.
But anyway, so House of the Dragon. Let's talk about it. We are going to get into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it and come back. But first things first, like it's nice to, even though Game of Thrones ended terribly, and I think everybody kind of like is on that same page. It was really nice to be back in the Game of Thrones world. I loved the music, hearing that music again, but like in a new context with, this story now. It was nice, like the little mix of the Game of Thrones soundtrack, the Targaryen theme, and all that stuff. I think this was like a really solid first episode. I think it, starting off, obviously we're kind of like, okay, let's see, because they lost our trust a little bit with Game of Thrones. But I think as the episode kept progressing, I think it really, really escalated on a good level, especially when it got to the scenes of, the king wanting a son, the birth of the child, while during the match with the uncle. What's it called?
It was like
It's with a J. I know it's with a J.
A joust?
Joust, yes. The joust match. I really liked the back and forth editing, kind of showing just how, merciless this current world is of Game of Thrones. And while there's like a birth of a child, but like they're celebrating that birth with violence, And I love that back and forth. And then obviously where the end of the episode goes and how it ends, I think it was like a really solid episode. And again, this is the showrunners, the book is done. It's one book, right? Yeah. So the book is done. They have that. George R. R. Martin is very involved in this, as opposed to how it was a Game of Thrones. And really solid episode. I think it's shot really well. And I think Rob from John Campea said that really well. Like, the quality, like the HBO's quality at least with this show, it really stands out. Like, it doesn't feel like a streaming show. It feels like you're watching an hour-long movie. And I think that was really cool. And seeing the dragon, the budget is way bigger on this one, Yeah. But I think the set pieces look great. I think the acting is really good.
Yeah.
There's some standouts for sure. I think who plays the king as of right now. I don't know the names yet. It's only been the first episode.
He plays Viserys.
Viserys? Yeah, I haven't got familiar with the names yet.
He plays Viserys, the guy from Morbius. It's Morbin time.
Yeah, Morbin time. It took me a little bit to get the feel for him, but then once we start seeing where his character goes and stuff.
Daemon Targaryen.
Yeah, so
the only one I struggle with is the girl.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce her name.
Rahis?
It's Viserys?
Viserys or Rahis, something like that. I haven't.
Viserys?
I'm still not comfortable with the names yet.
I can't pronounce her name.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there as the series goes, but everybody does really well, and it just feels nice to be back in that Game of Thrones world, you know? And
it's just the only thing, it's just like it kind of pisses you off more. Like how bad the end
when
of
it does
season
the
8.
whole like 172 years before Daenerys, and it's like, oh, don't remind me of that,
Because the thing is, this could have been kind of like their like Better Call Saul in a sense of like it's a prequel, but
to a great show.
Yeah,
that stuck the landing because it is a great show. It just the ending demolished it completely.
Well, the whole season 8 was terrible.
Yeah, just everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like when he mentions the Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, people didn't like that.
Yeah. Because honestly, don't mention Game of Thrones. Do your thing.
But people felt like it was too on the nose.
It was really on the nose.
Like it's like somebody commented on that on Twitter. He's like commented like if it was the dialogue continued, don't you get it? Like the throne, the Game of Thrones. Like it is very like.
He's like, huh?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean. It wasn't too big of a deal for me, but
But that was added by George R. Martin.
Yeah.
He added that. He wanted to add that scene because I read an article and he said that he told him to add that scene. And some people think if he decides to finish his book, whenever he does, but maybe it has something to do with his book that he want that to connect,
like a little tie-in or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was him. He wanted them to add that.
That's it. I didn't care. Like I didn't mind it. I did like again. It's a shame that Game of Thrones ended the way it did because it's like a Better Call Saul, right? So like in Better Call Saul, when you get a reference to Breaking Bad, you're like, oh yeah, I love that show. But now here, when you get a reference to Game of Thrones, you're like, oh, don't remind me, me.
Yeah, because it's referencing to the Long Night, the Night King. Like,
that was cool. Like it was cool,
yeah,
but
it's
then
cool,
I
but then it's like,
remembered.
yeah, I know how it ends.
Yeah.
It's like it's bullshit.
Because I liked how he said like, a long time from now, there is going to be a time where we all have to come together. And like that was cool because it was so many years before and they're getting prepared for it. But since we know what happens, it's like, oh god, that show ruined it.
It just took like Arya to fucking sneak.
Yeah,
like, they'll just sprint towards him.
Yeah, that kind of hurts it, but it was still cool. Of how I think the way it was delivered was really cool.
Like Theon when he was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, that whole season.
He did not think that.
But I thought it was a cool scene, a cool dialogue of them mentioning it and stuff like that.
That was cool, but it just pisses you off because they
didn't.
8.
Yeah, fuck season 8. But really solid episode. I gotta say the birth scene, with the mom, and the king, and then them basically giving him a choice of okay, like either they both die and you leave it to the gods, or you sacrifice one for the her for the baby, and he sacrificed her. That was a hard scene to watch. I think it was really well done. It didn't like shy away from it. Like it really makes you feel uncomfortable, in a good way. Like you want to feel uncomfortable in a scene like that. Like that's the situation that's the scenario he was in.
If they cut away,
it cheats it. It cheats it. Like
and it doesn't.
Because even I was like, oh, are they gonna cut yet? Are they? And they were no, and they showed it, and then they cut, obviously. But I think that was a really impactful scene because it just shows how that world is, right? Obviously, there's no... Now that's considered a C-section, but you put, you go under or whatever. They have all this medicine now. They didn't obviously have that back then.
What do you mean?
What do you mean by that? But I thought that was a really, like, powerful scene because, like, she was obviously like, wait, what? Like, he didn't even talk to her about it. He was so drawn to just having that son,
But I was watching a video and... But like earlier in the episode, it kind of like what's the word? Foreshadows it.
Yeah. Because
when she's in the bath, the water was very like the water wasn't hot. Like it was kind of like what did he said? The water was like cold kind of.
Yeah, like it just wasn't going smoothly or something.
Like I saw a video kind of saying that's kind of implying that like you never hear it's not
going smoothly. Yeah.
Yeah, like she's not.
She wasn't feeling.
I mean, she looked like unwell, like her face.
Well, she says how many times she's done it.
Damn, that's a big
toll. And I really, I just really like that scene because of it doesn't hold back.
And the king,
the raw reality of it.
And the king was really like his scenes like
after that, yeah.
No, but like that and the core, like and then the throne room.
Yeah, that was
like I like him like sitting with the sword and like he delivers.
The throne room looks great.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of
big improvement because they didn't have the spikes and stuff like that before.
Yeah, because that's kind of like what? Why wasn't that in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, that looked really cool.
I felt like that was cooler.
It looked really cool.
Like this throne was way cooler.
Yeah. So
I felt like they.
And I liked his scenes, like you were saying with the
throne room
in the room in the meetings, and when they're like, so who's gonna be?
Yeah, but it's the timing too. Like he just lost his.
But it's like the raw reality. They're like, so what are you gonna do? But nobody just kind of acknowledges like what just happened because he made that sacrifice. He basically had to like kill his wife, and he still ended up losing the son anyway. And I think that's rough. And I think that whole scene, how it played out, and everybody's just fighting for that. Who's going to be the next in line?
And I read in the video I was watching. No, it was like details that you might have missed. So like how he since he's always getting cut on the throne.
Yeah, that was a good.
It's kind of like implying that like he's not meant to sit on the throne. Like he's not the ruler.
Nobody really kind of like respects him. You can kind of see him.
Yeah, like
he has no say. Like he has no pivotal say. Who stands out to me the most? I was telling you this earlier. I don't know the characters' names yet, but he plays the lizard in Spider-Man. He's his hand of Master of Coin or something.
No, he's the Hand of the King.
Hand of the King.
Yeah, he's the Hand of the King.
He's really good. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I forgot his
because
name.
it's not like he's trying hard, but he just has a great presence in the show.
You can tell when an actor is really good when they can act with their eyes.
Yeah,
because you know who had that too was Jamie from Game of Thrones.
Which I like off topic, but I think he should have been Joel in Last of Us. But that's a separate episode.
That's not a topic. But because Jamie, I forgot his name.
Season 3, all of season 3.
It's Nicola or something.
I don't remember his name.
But he was another one who can really act with his eyes.
Yeah, he was
like
great.
His eyes can really say
all
of
season
of
3 when he was detained the whole season and stuff all of that acting was through his eyes.
Yeah, like his eyes, like he really you can tell what he's saying through his eyes.
And he just matched in that world.
And I feel like the Hand of the King is another one.
Yeah.
And also and another scene too, people say how this guy is fucked up because like how like the king's wife and child just died, but he tried to pimp out his daughter. That's really bro. He tried to pimp out his daughter.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out, but that's basically what he did.
Yeah, like he wanted her to kind of get with the king to, she's trying to
the son or whatever.
Yeah, that's why he told, wear your mother's dress. It's all a game. It's all
they're all just.
That's why with this show, look, don't mention like Game of Thrones. Like, be your own thing.
Yeah.
Like, be your own thing, and
I'm already enjoying how we're already I feel like we're kind of deep in. Everybody's trying to.
I read up. I read it because people kind of spoiled the book, which is kind of fucked up. But whatever, don't do that.
Yeah, I haven't. Luckily, I haven't seen anything, but.
It basically it's like a civil war between the
it's like what Game of Thrones was.
Yeah, it's like the first 4 seasons again is basically what this show is. Like
you take out the White Walker stuff, basically.
Yeah.
And I really like that because it's true. Like you have all these people surrounding the king, and they're all just playing their part on how can I get myself in that position And I think for a first episode, it really establishes a lot.
I didn't know this, but in the intro, I read up that's this Viserys. If I'm saying her name right, that's her older, like narrating that intro.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. So
That's
I feel like we're really gonna get this overarching.
Yeah, cool. Well, if you guys stayed after the episode, with the trailer of the weeks ahead, there's a time jump.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the person the girl that plays the older version. They look like twins. They look exactly the same.
No, I gotta say, I'm invested. Because again, we're back in that world. It's like a fresh start. It's
a solid first episode. I really hope it maintains it the whole season.
Yeah, I hope so too. Because really obviously now we're kind of okay, it's good, but we're
Because honestly, I'm fine with no action. I'm good with that. Give me just a good political drama,
just what it's all about. And I think it's a really solid first episode. I like the ending. I think the way the episode ended, and then with the music,
because this episode sets up a lot.
It does,
because you kind of see who agrees, who doesn't agree.
It's a really good series premiere because you've already kind of established a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, because when he wants his daughter to be the next king or queen.
Yeah.
You see who doesn't agree with it. People already already giving her that evil look. People oh, you know what? I don't know about this.
I like that. I like it's and even the scene with him and her was really good.
The one thing I did hear about too was that most of the show is in King's Landing. Most of the book. So which is kind of cool.
It's nice to be back in that again.
Yeah, because I feel like we got King's Landing, but not a lot.
Yeah.
But it's King's Landing, the real dirty stuff. You know what I mean?
No. I think it's a really, really good premiere. I mean, it broke records. I mean, I think it passed Euphoria. It passed everything. It's the biggest premiere this year. So big hit.
I came out at a good time. There's kind of like a big shows out right now.
It's a big hit for HBO, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll be talking about it every week. And it's nice to. It feels nice because remember when Game of Thrones, like waiting every week, being excited, and it's nice to be back in that, you know. And I think they established the characters well, and it's set up everything really well. And it's nice to be. It's just nice to be back in that, you know. And it's like a fresh start. Yeah,
just do your own thing though. Don't try to connect it with anything.
Yeah, you know.
And don't try to bring up White Walkers or something like that.
I don't think so. I think they're steering away, and
keep
really
it
solid.
accurate. Keep it accurate to the book, and just give us
the book is done. So just follow the book and just make a good show. And I think for the first episode, I think it was solid. Really solid.
The joust stuff was great.
Yeah. It's a premiere. Like you can't, like when we saw the first episode of Game of Thrones, obviously when we watched Game of Thrones, we got to binge it. But you have to think about it for the first season. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were up to like season 3.
No, yeah, because I started watching when season 3 ended.
Yeah. So you binge it, but so it's different. But if you had to start Game of Thrones and watch the first episode only, you'll be like, okay, like let's see. Because the first, remember he threw Bran off the tower. Yeah.
Oh, and the dagger. That he had, that's the same dagger.
So here, you know, she becomes
that's the same dagger that starts everything in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
The one that he has when he starts to his daughter. That's the same dagger that they try to kill Bran with.
Yeah. And, so that's how I'm trying to see this. Like we only got a first episode, you know. So I think it's really solid. I think we're in for a good series, you know.
Hopefully. Again, because it's hard because you know.
Yeah, but I so far right now, I think we're good.
It was solid. I finished. I was like, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I thought the dragons looked good. Yeah. Honestly, there's times where it's a little like odd.
Yeah, you know,
but it's normal. I mean,
it's nothing.
Because they probably save like the budget for the big action stuff.
Yeah, it's not gonna. You can't expect it to look perfect every time. It's a lot of CG. It's a lot of work. But I think the detail's great in the show overall.
I think it also looks weird too because I think like the design of the dragon is very different from Game of Thrones.
It's a little different
because I feel like the dragons in Game of Thrones looked like they had like a different style.
I think so.
Of look, like their art direction looked very. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I think everything here looks cleaner.
Because these dragons, the two that we saw, like they're more sleek.
Yeah,
they're more like.
I think it's because of the time period. I think they just wanted to like. It's
and I thought that was cool too, seeing how the was it like the trainers or something like the people who like control the dragon and
just how they work and stuff.
Yeah, because
it's not so ancient. Because in Game of Thrones it was a different time. Here it's like like this is what we do.
Because I guess in Game of Thrones I guess
it's like an ancient thing.
Like dragons all got extinct or they're all dead.
Here this is like them in their prime and like they run shit.
Oh well, yeah, because they've been running shit for a couple of years.
They run that shit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Own from my city
with their dragons, like
no,
yeah, but hey, look, great first episode. We're looking forward to the next episode. It's nice to have good television because it's lacking.
And they set up a lot.
Yeah,
they set up a lot of stuff. They really did, and they set up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, really solid. Again, good television. I'm hoping it keeps being good. Because we're in the lack. We're lacking some good television right now. Better Call Saul just ended, but you know, that's honestly it. So yeah, guys, that's our thoughts on the House of the Dragon. Really solid first episode. What did you guys think? Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much for watching and for listening. And feel free to like and subscribe. Until the next one, goodbye.